Regardless of what foam blaster you decide to use and how good of a shot you are, it won't make a bit of difference if you don't have yourself a bunch of these. This is the Nerf N-Strike Elite Dart, and it's pretty much synonymous with everything foam blasting. Every blaster that's come out in like the last 4 or 5 years has used this dart, and it's pretty much changed the entire way Nerf has worked, because beforehand you had, you know, suction darts and whistler darts and sticky darts and all these different kinds of darts, and now you pretty much just get these. And every other company has kind of adapted something similar to this. Yes, now you can go out and get BuzzBee extra long distance darts, or you can go get the Dart Zone Super Darts. They're all kind of similar to this in some fashion. Yes, Nerf does make kinds that have the little sticky heads on them, but they don't come in big enough packages to be worthwhile. And that begs the question, there's a lot of darts on Amazon, a ton of them. But are they any good? Are they inferior or even superior to the foam products that you can go down to Walmart and buy right now? And that's the question I'm hoping to answer in this kind of second episode of Dart Reviews. The first one being those accurate darts I reviewed not so long ago, and now we're going to be taking a look at something completely different from them in the form of the Ekind Drats. I do believe that's supposed to say darts, but, well, you know, the Chinese company, they can't always spell everything perfectly. But interesting enough, the darts are a little bit different. They have these weird kind of waffle-headed tips on the end of them that are much different than these things. And the keen among you would already realize these are very similar, if not identical, to the K-Force Lines K-Force darts. I don't know what they're exactly called, but the K'NEX blasters, like shoot foam darts, because K'NEX had to get in on that action as well. Well, these are very similar, and lots of people said they were superior accuracy and whatnot to your standard foam darts, but you couldn't really get them in big sizes or anything. But that box of 200 cost me $15.99 on Amazon, and there will be a link in the description below where you can buy them if you so choose. There is a smaller option in a 100 dart pack for about $11, but I mean, kind of diminishing returns right there. There are better values for darts on Amazon. I mean, you can sometimes get 200 or even 300 darts for under $10 on Amazon Prime, but the question is, are these any good, and are they even better than these normal kinds of darts? I mean, you look at airsoft and stuff like that, there are cheap airsoft pellets that you can find at a gas station, there are expensive airsoft pellets that you pretty much can buy only at airsoft places or online. And obviously, if you've ever shot any kind of airsoft stuff, you would know that these solid pellets are much, much, much better than the gas station kind that have air bubbles in them, and they tend to go everywhere because they're not properly balanced or anything like that. Well, let's get into this and see if these darts are any good at all. We'll be constructing this in a test of an overview of the dart and then firing these out of 2 different blasters. The first of which will be an unmodified, well, slightly modified, just have the air restrictor removed with Nerf Elite Rampage, and then we'll move on to the Rage of Dust, which is the most powerful flywheel blaster I possibly have, probably the most powerful super stock blaster I possibly have. And we'll see how both the N-Strike darts work, and then of course these darts to see if there's any readily available differences. And then of course, well, we have to talk about these darts in general, so what can I say about these? Well, I've used quite a few of them. You will notice this box is completely empty, and unlike every single other foam dart I've ever bought off Amazon, I mean, yeah, you can get them for pretty cheap, but a lot of the darts have issues, whether it's glue running off the side of them or the tips coming right off. And I am pleased to say I have not seen a single one of these darts be anything above perfect. Yeah, they cost a little bit more, but that's apparent because these things, I can pull out any number of packages here. I haven't really looked in the bottom of the box here, but I can look over, let's pull out these boxes. Nothing, and some minor molding issues with the dart heads. There's a little bit of flash on them, but still absolutely nothing. They all look perfect. So as far as value and durability goes, well, it's the same kind of foam you're going to get with your standard Elite dart, so that's not going to change. And the dart head is a little bit different, and does that impart better accuracy, better velocities? Well, let's start off with a chronograph test. initial lower velocities, probably due to the weight of the dart, at least in the Springer category, the accuracy seems a heck of a lot better. I mean, just about every single shot I took with the normal elite darts, granted that is a slightly modified Rampage, it does have the AR removed, which gives it a little bit more kick, but not a whole lot. Just about every single other dart was doing a whirly bird out of it, which was a pretty big disappointment, but with the Ekind darts, those were almost dead on. In fact, I'm going to say just about every miss was just because of me. It could be due to some rather loose manufacturing tolerances, but they still worked really well. The accuracy was definitely way better than the elite darts, and they're very similar to Koosh darts, which are another type of dart that we'll look at in the future. Whether they're better or worse than Koosh, I couldn't tell you right at this moment, but considering you can get these on Amazon Prime, and I've yet to really see Koosh darts on Amazon Prime, although I'm sure if they do exist, somebody will correct me down in the comment box below, these give you a lot more accuracy and they seem a lot better, but the problem is yeah, the price at $15, $16. It does have Amazon Prime shipping, so if you have a war you need to go to in, let's say, 2 days on a weekend, well, these are going to be a lot better for you, because Koosh darts, for what I know, can only be ordered off eBay, and they have some pretty long delivery time. So this is a nice cheap option, and if your blaster is like a front loader or a Springer or something like that, you probably won't burn through all of these, but if you're using like full auto, like, you know, with the Rage of Dust and whatnot, you'll burn through these really quickly. As for the Rage of Dust test, well, for whatever reason, something seemed to have gotten loose with the pusher mechanism with it, you know, slapping all so much, and it didn't seem to want to fire for some reason. I'll have to take it apart and do some tweaking, which I plan on doing an overview video on the internals of that anyway, so heck, I'll just knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. But for the money, is it worth it? For a little bit more accuracy, probably, because it usually only takes 1 dart to tag somebody out, and, well, this could be your 1 dart, but again, $30 for 400 darts you're basically looking at. That's a little pricey compared to usually you can get 200 FVJs and stuff like that, but a lot of wars don't let you use FVJs because they are full vinyl jacket or hard tip darts. And if you're just buying other elite darts, well, you might run into some issues. So these are definitely a win for me if you're looking for more accuracy. Again, there is a link down in the description box below. I wouldn't really necessarily worry about that initial velocity hit because, again, these darts are either a little bit heavier or a little bit lighter. I don't have a digital scale on me right now. It's something I'm working on, but chronograph testing, accuracy testing, that's what I've got for you. If you have any questions about these darts or anything in particular, I mean, I wasn't sponsored by Ekind or whatever. I just bought these off Amazon because they looked cool. Let me know down in the comment boxes below, and if you like them, hit the like button, and if not, the dislike button is there for you as well. I'm Walcom S7. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to showing you some more darts in the future, and of course, I hope to see you in an entirely different video. I hope to see you in an entirely different video. There we go. We've only done that like 200 something times.